there calling Huda, texting Huda, like, where are you? We were supposed to meet right here on this block. And all of the messages are going through and the phone rings. It's just not being returned.
Okay. Last week, Mark was put in a position where he was given ultimatum. It's either you see me again. No, it's either you continue seeing me and only me, and you don't go on any more dates, or you go on another date and you never see me again. When Mark was given his ultimatum, well, his answer was quite hesitant. So hesitant that he didn't actually give an answer. But he's proceeded to decide to not go on another date and to see her again. Therefore, he has planned to see her, and he's turned up to where exactly he's supposed to be seeing her. And, well, as you can see right here, she doesn't seem to have turned up.
Not being returned. So she's reading everything and hearing the phone ring. Now, maybe she's sick. I mean, that's the only thing I can say to make myself feel better at this point.
I mean, to be honest with you, you've been stood up. And he knows this. That's why he talks about, I've just got to say anything and everything just to make myself feel better. But here's the thing, though. Why did he get stood up? Why didn't she turn up? Is it because maybe... Well, not even maybe, but is it because when she gave him the ultimatum, he couldn't give her a straight answer at the time, so therefore she was like, well, screw this guy. I mean, that is possibly the answer, but at the same time, is her attitude the right attitude?
I thought we were meeting up today, but you were a no-show, so just whenever you want, give me a text back.
Listen, first and foremost, he's been waiting there for an hour. She didn't turn up. Secondly, because she hasn't turned up, why are you still ringing her? Why are you gonna leave a VN talking about, you change your mind or whatever, give me a call back? Like, read the signs. I don't understand people. Why are people so desperate in this world that even when somebody ghosts them, somebody, doesn't respond to them and somebody pretty much leaves them hanging, why do people still leave a door open for that person to re-enter at any given time? It's like one of the biggest red flags that you shouldn't be able to miss because it's right in front of you. In fact, you're living through it. You know what I mean? You've been in a situation where you've turned up, you've had no responses, you've waited for an hour, which is way too long in the first place, with no response. And then on top of that, you're like, hey, but, just call me. I feel like sometimes in life, people either have a habit of leaving the doors open because they're desperate, and also have a habit of where they just need a little bit of closure to find out why that person didn't turn up. We don't always need closure all the time. Trust me. You should never need closure from someone that you barely know. That doesn't make sense. Someone you've known for a long time, fair enough. Someone you've gone out on 2 dates, you don't need closure. Hey, people in this world, very interesting.
Looking back on it, had I said things differently at the pool, I probably wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now, but I also would have been with someone who can treat people like this. So maybe she showed me something that I would have taken months to see in real life.
I mean, listen, I like the fact that he was able to hold himself accountable to the fact that maybe this happened because of the way he responded to her at the pool when she asked him to not see nobody else if he wanted to see her again. So that is a reason, but also at the same time, he also makes a very good point of the fact is, though, her behaving like this is just something for him to see now rather than seeing later on down the line. So I'm happy that he's able to identify both the pros, both his own self-accountability, but also the way she's moving absolutely mad. But hey, TLC, just because he says these things, it doesn't mean he's going to stick to them. I guess next week we'll find out exactly how he decides to respond or how he moves forward from the fact that he was stood up. In my opinion, if she comes back in and and scoops in, he's a fool for taking her back. Now, of course, sometimes people can have a legit reason, but in my opinion, personally, I always say this: it takes literally 1 second, if that, to send a text. Yeah. Doesn't matter how busy someone is. If your phone is charged and there's battery life, and you got 1 bar, you've always got a chance to say to someone, "Hey, sorry, I can't make it." All the time. It doesn't matter what the reason was. Unless, of course, that person was sadly got hit by a car or something like that and they couldn't get to their phone because they were passed out. Not to get too TMI, but I'm just saying. Unless you're completely passed out, I'm taking no excuses or reason. That's all I'm saying. But hey, you guys let me know what you're thinking down below and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.